Sandwich protocol. Today we will see what does mean a sandwich. And when I call it a protocol, this sandwich becomes a kind of concept of treatment. All the neurological cases, from small children to the adult, you put in the category like developmental disorders, genetic diseases, traumatic cases, midline accidental cases, mid-age, where the cerebrovascular accidents have taken place, spinal cord injuries, some kind of autoimmune conditions involving the brain like multiple sclerosis, aging processes like Alzheimer, Parkinson, Dementia, and psychiatric disorders like Schizophrenia. All these conditions, they come under a category of neurological problems. And they also come in the category called as unmet need, which says the recovery challenges are there because we have been taught when we are students in the medical school, neurons don't regenerate. They are fixed at the number of birth and they go atrophic as we grow older and older, and no new neurons can develop. This was a concept. On the contrary, it is not was. It is even today we teach that in the medical, where I teach as a professor. Even I teach today that because it's the standard teaching. But science is dynamic. We have changed our concept of neuron remaining as an entity which cannot proliferate, divide, or do synaptic connections. So today, in my lab, I can show you neurons firing and developing. The two parts we divide to understand the sandwich protocol. One is neurogenesis, where the new neurons can develop. Second is synaptogenesis, means developing new connections in the brain. If you understand today, we have proved scientifically both are possible. Why? So we need to go for the brain mapping to understand the functional brain MRIs or PET scans, where you will see the areas, or with fluorescent light scan, we can see the functional progenitor neural stem cells present in certain areas of the brain, which is called a subventricular zone, dentate gyrus. Then you can see in the area of the brain like striatum, subventricular zone, dentate gyrus. All these type of areas, they have residential progenitor neural stem cells. Now, does mean they're residential means they exist there in a silent quiescent zone. If we can activate those cells by using various technologies like microcurrents at StemRx to activate these cells, we use certain molecular science, electrical science, which help us to send the signals to these cells. We need you, and these cells start proliferating, dividing, and differentiating. So we work on a concept of existing cells in the brain, how to activate them so that the functional volume of the cell improves. And the second part of it, that we use the cells from his bone marrow, from adipose tissue or dental stem cells, or sometimes there are trials going on using allogenic cells from the placenta, cord, amniotic fluid, or cord blood, or placental cells. All these cells, when used from other sources from outside and induced in the body, transferred in the body, either intrathecally or intravenous or through transnasal, the three routes when we give the cells. Now, what is my protocol says, cells which are being infused, transplanting through spinal cord, through intravenous route, through nasal route, are the source which are coming from external source. And the internal source of activating stem cells in the brain in the zones like subventricular, which I spoke you, by using signaling factors, microcurrents, magnetic resonance, in growth factors like NGF, BDNF, GDNF, the science will change. So I call sandwich from external and internal. So the entire brain gets required energy, required resources, required mitochondrial concept of repairing, as well as microenvironment is changing. So sandwich protocol is a wonderful protocol. It is the concept of StemRx developed by Dr. Mahajan here, by me, to see that the results outcome of the brain repairing through neurogenesis and synaptogenesis, developing new synapses. If we work on this with the sandwich protocol and support with them the supervitamins, detoxification, and reducing the neuroinflammation, the outcomes of sandwich protocol are fabulous. To this sandwich protocol, we have added one more concept to improve the outcome, is repairing the mitochondrial function of this neurological brain while reducing the neuroinflammation. The repairing comes into most effective results and outcomes are fabulous. So dear friends, look, sandwich is to eat to give you life, and this sandwich is give life to your brain. Thank you.